welcome back Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folk to Sunsaw Gaming. It's been a while. I have not done a Teamwork Works video in a while, but I have a few replays here that I need to get out of my saved replays box, and here they are for you. Now, this first match, I am driving the Jag Tiger, and we are on Vineyards. Now, for Teamwork Works, the whole idea behind these videos is to show you guys good team gameplay. Now, not necessarily awesome gameplay on my part or any of the other players' parts as a single person, but as a whole team, working together and not communicating and pulling off these sorts of matches, you know. I'm not going to say victories because they're not always wins. You can get really good Teamwork Works videos that your team still loses. But they've done all the right things and they've been in the right places and all of that sort of stuff. Now, I am going to pull up into the section here. As you can see, my team have not gone town. We've got one guy that's gone to the start of town just to make sure that it's clear and safe. We have an AFK who is going to stay AFK for the whole time. He's one of our heavies. He's going to sit back there. Now, I'm going to pull up into this spot here. This has very quickly become one of my favorite tank destroyer spots for non-turreted TDs. Now you can see I've got a light tank who has gone up to the ruins there. I do take a blind shot hoping, but unfortunately the WZ was not sitting in the bush like I thought he would have been. But these two guys from Boom, Vince and the other guy, forgotten his name already, I'm sorry, they're going to do an amazing job. Now basically all of my damage, minus what I do to the louver, is done because of these guys and their spotting. Now, I'm just going to keep using these walls. I'm going to keep myself safe from the enemy team. We do have the Emil who is in the middle there on cap, which is a great place for him to be. He's hull down. He's getting those cap points, which is going to start putting pressure on the enemy team. And he's diverting attention. Now, we've also got the two guys that are fighting it out in town, and I get a nice shot into that WZ. I knew he was going to pull forward. Hopefully we can get another shot here into this Borsig, who is not paying attention, and there we go, nice HE round into him. Now, while we've got the HE in the barrel, I think we're just going to go and have a look to see if we can't snap a shot into this WZ, who is going to give us a little bit extra of his tank, and our shot goes over top. Not the best there, but I do notice my teammate over here is calling for assistance. This louver has pushed on him, he's used up all three of his shells, and quite frankly, he done the right thing. He called for assistance, he's keeping the louver occupied, and he's got me here supporting him. So I saved my Emil there. My other two teammates who have got no competition are now pushing forward towards this SU-130M, and I mean, we have cleaned this game up. The heavy that sacrificed him in town, good job to you. Great job with the tank destroyer that you had supporting you. Unfortunately, these two guys from Boom both die going after this SU-130, sorry. And he's a good player, This SU-130PM does a good job. Now, I'm going to roll around this corner and take a shot at him, but unfortunately he takes out my engine, which slows down my turn rate. So I'm just going to back off the rocks here. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get an aim on him there. I wasn't expecting him to make that mistake, and I do not manage to capitalize on it. But you can see my Emil here, he is pulling forward. He's going to try and get the attention of this SU-130PM and try and take him out. Now, I do manage to get an HE shell under the dead waffle there, and this actually bugs me. This bugs me. I would have gotten this kill, and I would have killed this guy, but in the name of teamwork, the Emil takes the kill instead while I take the damage. And you're going to see that happen in a second. I kept you alive, Emil. You should have let me have this kill. But the 130 sets me on fire. I let him have the fire damage. Why not? Good job to you, mate. You done well, even though your team did not. My team, however, done freaking amazing. Everybody went to where they should have. Everybody done what they should have, except for the one guy who was AFK, of course. And that Emil there, you got very lucky, but you were a team player. You held the middle of the map where you should have. And Vince and your teammate, you guys, all of my damage basically came from you, apart from the couple of shots on that louver. So, great job to you guys. Amazing teamwork, and thank you. So we'll jump into our next match here. Now, this one is a little bit of an older match, but it's still a very, very good one, especially for Teamwork Works. Now, this is not about the entire team at all. No, this is just about a few particular players, and especially the enemy team. The enemy team does some very, very good tactical maneuvers. It just didn't work out in their favor because, well, I don't know. Like I say, the two players on my team, myself being one of them, and that T28 prototype back there. He is the other one. He does a very, very good job. But you'll see that happen soon. Now, this AMX M445 kind of throws me off at the start of this match. I come up here with him, and me and this guy are basically just jostling for position, and because I don't have a turret, I'm not actually able to work this position as well as I wanted to, because I had him sitting next to me the whole time. Now, fair game, he was up here first. Unfortunately, I only put a track shot into that Chimera, but as I'm trying to back up, this guy moves in beside me, behind me, instead of coming in beside me. And I do take a shot from the enemy there, so I'm just backing off. He can move forward and find out that the enemy's there anyway, because he's not paying attention to fuck all. Now again, trying to turn to try and get some shots, and he blocked me from turning. Now, hopefully I can get a shot into this T49, which isn't going to happen. Now, I do notice that the enemy have come up behind us now. They have flanked us. So the AMX M45 is flicking shots down there. As you can see, this T28 prototype, he is the reason this is in Teamwork Works. Now, he starts taking the attention of the Emil, the Waffle that's there, and of course the light tank who's going to show up as well at some point. Now, the Emil's aiming at me. I know he's aiming at me. I'm willing to take a shot. I'm just going to get my reload on. I'm out in the open. I'm not going to dodge much anyway, but I'm now down to a one shot. So I have to use this ramp and hopefully get the bounce here like that. Thank you for bouncing that one, Emil. I needed it. Now, there's the T49. The prototype has just taken out the Emil, which is awesome because that was what was worrying me. I've managed to take out the T49 there, and here, he calls for help. And if he didn't call for help there, that Borsig, I would probably not have turned around for the shot on the Waffle. The Waffle sees me as well. I snap my shot. I take him out first. And then this is where more teamwork comes in. That prototype has seen me up here, and he started to push. He's coming up here to give me a hand. I'm going to flick around this corner here, get a shot into this Emil. Thank you, hello, now you can come chase me, buddy. I'll take his attention. I'll pull back around the corner while I'm on a reload. This Emil is going to be very aggressive. He knows I can't kill him in one shot. But I snap my shot into him, and the prototype also shoots him because he was smart enough to push up here and hold this corner. So, great teamwork there from you, prototype. That was exactly what we needed. You hit the help button when you needed to, when you knew you could get that assistance. You came in and gave me the assistance on that final kill there. Absolutely amazing teamwork. And, I mean, you've done it from the back. You held off the flank that the enemy done, and it was great. So, keep these things in mind, guys. They do help. I would have missed that if it wasn't for him hitting the help button. Now, we have one final match here for you, and again, I am back in my Jagdtiger. These two tanks that you've seen today were just tanks that I was grinding at the time. Now, in this match here, you'll notice I've got Hated on my team. And as soon as I seen that I had Hated on my team, I made the decision to actually front line. Because I'm able to front line with these guys because I know that they're going to give me the support I need. I know they're going to do their job, and I'm able to support them as a second line tank. I know I said I front line, but really I am only second lining. So we're going to pull up in here. These guys have already got themselves into position. They've got themselves set up and sorted. They know what they're looking for. I'm just going to pull up over this ridge, and hopefully the Centurion backs off a little bit and I can get a shot into him. But I mean, you can see here, we've got one Hated guy out here, we've got the other guy on the top, and we're going to pop a shot into this 704 here. He does hit us back, but we do have the reload on him, and hopefully we can get him with another shell like that one. Flipping perfect. But you can see we've got a Heavy and a TD who have gone over to the cap, and they are holding off the couple of enemy tanks that are out the very top there. Now, we've got the Waffle, who is sitting back, who is the other hated player, and he's just doing what he should, taking the snipe shots into this position. And you're going to see him actually get this AMX in a minute. I'm going to push forward. This hated guy's going to push forward. We're basically going to try and clear this AMX 30 because he is out of position. He is by himself. And here we go. We've got 3 of us. We're on the push. We are moving up. Hated's going in. He gets 1 shot into the AMX there. He is backing up, so I'm just going to cross over the top of this hill if these guys don't push forward. And he's down to a 1 shot now, so hopefully I can get him, but I don't need to because the Waffle from Hated has turned around and got that shot from across the map and taken him out. And the AMX 30 says, fuck you. He is really not happy about that. Now, I do notice this T62A there. I was not moving fast enough to be able to get that shot into him. And I do take a nasty shot for basically waiting there. I shouldn't have. I should have kept pushing over the top, but I didn't. But the same X50B, he gets hit by the Waffle again and then takes a max roll HE into the back of his tank from me. Very, very good work controlling the field, controlling the city. I mean, those other 2 tanks that were in the city had turned around and tried to come back out here to the field, which was that AMX, and it didn't work out for him. So clearly they were being pressured in the town too much for him to deal with. And the teamwork we had there as a whole team turned out for a very good win. So thank you guys to the whole team, and I mean, look at that damage. It is very even across the board, and you don't see that very often in tier 9 and 10. Until next time, guys, thank you, stay safe, use cover. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like the content that I put out. Cheers.